Libras, hello. Right now for me it is Christmas Eve. So happy Christmas Eve if you celebrate such a thing. I broke my nail a bit, but that's okay because I need to do my nails anyway, and I was going to clip them down because I've been painting and I bought a paint. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Hello, I'm Lexrayangelica. I tried to get the lighting right. I've never done an outdoor reading video. Maybe not never, but I don't do these often. It's a little windy, so hopefully you can hear me. Yeah, we're tapping in for you. The angel said it's Libra's turn. It's your turn. So, what we're doing here for this reading is this is a collective reading, first of all, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, and/or Venus, and/or Mercury. If you're cross-watching for someone else that you're just thinking of that is a Libra, then just know that the roles can be reversed in things that are channeled. And just take what resonates and leave the rest. That's the biggest point. That's it. That's really all that needs to be said. But what else? Yeah, I'm Lexrayangelica. Nice to meet you if you haven't met me before. And if you do recognize me or know me in some way, then hello. Hope you're doing well. I love the Libra energy right now. It feels very, as I'm tapping in with y'all right now, it feels very, I don't know, a little bit of party mode, but a little bit of sentiment. Like, I'm feeling like some sentimentalness coming from y'all. Not in like a boohoo cry kind of way, but like things are really touching your heart right now, which I really enjoy that for you. And it could have to do with the holiday time if you do celebrate holidays during this time, or just in general, like you just feel like, and the sun is coming out more and more as I'm getting ready to channel for you also. I don't know, there's some sort of like lovely little warmth. I liked the lighting that I had at first, and then now I'm not quite sure what the lighting's supposed to be, so let me kind of figure this out. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's terrible. How am I supposed to, how does this work? Come on now. Oh, goodness gracious. I had it a certain way, but that ain't it. That ain't it, y'all. It's funny because this feels like it's live because of how I'm fucking behaving. Maybe I am just that pale. Oh, heck nah. Alright, so anyway. Let's see if that'll work. That's a little bit better, okay. Anyway, blah blah blah, the sun's coming out, so it's getting brighter and brighter, so just deal with the lighting the best you can. I'm so sorry. But what we're doing here today, sorry about that little delay there. I feel like y'all are cool with it. Y'all feel chill. Y'all feel like you're just like, you know, I don't know, joyful. I feel like y'all achieved comfort and joy, which is, you know, a Christmassy vibe. But again, not everybody celebrates Christmas. I understand this. God, I'm just like getting washed out completely, but whatever, it's fine. Y'all are just, I mean, it's just shining for you. Can't help it. All right. Thank you, Sun. Thank you, God. And thank you, Gaia. And thank you all for watching this. Thank you to the entire universe. Thank you all who love and watch over me from light. Thank you, Jesus Christ, my Son and Master. Thank you, Mother Mary, for being here. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for protecting me as I channel for the Libra Collective. And thank you all who love and watch over me from the light. And I pray for more comfort, more joy, more positivity, more healing, more whatever it is the Libra Collective needs at this time. And I pray for their protection and my own as I channel for them. And I thank you so very much for this. In the name of Jesus Christ, thank you all so very much. I love you all so very much. I love me. Blessed be. Anyway, so what we're doing here today, I be prefacing. If you never watched one of my videos, I be doing a nice, good preface. And then we get into it. So now I'm about to get into it. If I'm being annoying, I feel like maybe this is a little bit of your energy as well. See, I have some Libra in my chart, I will confess. Not that it's a bad thing, but it's a little bit of me, but it's also, I feel like it could be a little bit of your energy where even though, yes, like, you're having a good time, you're a little bit in party mode, you're a little bit in... Kyler, no, come on. Kyler, over here. He tried to sneak away through the hole in the fence. Get over here. Kyler. Y'all might be a little bit still in that mode where you're kind of like over analyzing yourself, being like, was it embarrassing that I just did that, or like, am I doing too much, or like, am I wearing the right thing today, or like, did that person, is that person really happy to see me, or like, did I get the person the right gift? Like, just could be little things or big things, but it feels a little bit of insecurity because of, which is what I'm picking up on, but it's also part of a little bit of my personality just in general. This just flew out. I just want to see what it is. All right, so we just flew out four of swords in reverse and 6 of swords. What I'm getting here for you is, okay, some of you here ready to move on from something, some sort of overall energy of like leaving things behind, that you've been like, you've kind of just for a while just been, I'm putting them back in the deck because I want to start a direct focus on my intention of what I'm pulling for, but those fell out, so I'm just going to talk about it. But I feel like, I know Mercury's still in retrograde, but I just feel like I have to and I over talk in general, but I feel like I'm just over talking more than I over talk. So y'all may be just like kind of overthinking what you're talking, or whether you're vocal about it or just it's in your mind, but I feel like you are vocal about it because y'all ain't really scared to be talkative to people, or to yourselves, or to wherever, whomever. But anyway, there's this overall sense of like, I feel like what's coming forth, like farther-ish future, like not far future like the next like 5-10 years, but like farther future, like maybe for the next year or so, is about like waking up from shit and being like, okay, yeah, that ain't for me, I'm moving on from that, or waking up to like, you know what, I am meant to do the thing that I've been plotting on doing, or the thing that was the opportunity that was delivered to me, and I am gonna just take the risk and go for it and just fucking go. So that feels like something here, but we'll get more. Anyway, what we're gonna do here is what I've been doing for the collective, as a nice little Christmas gift, or just a gift, just an update in general, however you'd like to receive it. We're going to talk about, we're going to channel here from the angels of the light, what you're feeling right now, your present energy right now, what's coming for you the rest of this year, which is almost at its end. So congratulations to us all so far for getting through 2023 so far. By the grace of God, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I see 9 crows, 9 blackbirds. So if that resonates with anyone for any sort of reason, symbolically, I'm also seeing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There they are again. All right, so yeah, there's these 9 blackbirds here. 9 is about expansion. That's Jupiter energy. Jupiter stations direct. Jupiter stations direct. Late this month or early January? I don't know off the top of my head, actually, I forgot. But Jupiter stations direct soon. It's been retrograde for a while. So, and now there's hella birds. Now there's like over 20. Okay, so I'm sensing that when Jupiter stations direct, y'all are going to be receiving a lot of blessings. Super blessings, big blessings, lots of opportunities. Also, be aware of just having like a lot of people like wanting your attention, or needing you, or wanting you, or like some of you might be social media content creators and whatnot, and all of a sudden you just get this like influx of like, something goes viral for maybe 1 or 2 of you specifically, like within the next like 2 to 4 weeks. I was hearing 2 to 3 at first, but could be 2 to 3 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks. I'm also hearing like 2 to 4 months. Also the numbers 2 and 3, so it could be February or March. Some of you might be going viral with something, but either way, it's like a lot of people want your attention suddenly, or you just feel like there's a lot of eyes on you. It doesn't feel negative, but it feels overwhelming, and it feels like you can't really tell who is who. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you're someone who's a content creator, or someone who just like makes creative things. And because again, with crows are very much about creativity, and they definitely call upon us a lot when we need to use our creative gifts to express ourselves, from a true candorous, I've been saying that lately, I don't know if it's a word, but like a true place with candor in ourselves. And I feel like you'll be doing that when you take whatever this risk is that we were seeing a little bit earlier before I even started pulling cards. They just flopped out. You'll be doing that, and then it's like a lot of people, this is for a specific group, so take it as it may, but a lot of people will be wanting your attention, commenting or whatever, and some may be good comments, some may be bad. and you don't really know like how to handle it all. It's not bad, you're excited about it, but like it does get overwhelming because you're not used to that sort of attention. So that may be something very, very quickly coming in for some specific few of you. I'm hearing like 2 or 3 specific people perhaps that are going to see this. So congratulations on that, but also, you know, take it as it comes and figure it out. And you know, I see you being overwhelmed with like trying to respond to every comment, trying to analyze every comment, maybe taking to heart some of the negative ones a little bit too much, or you know, things like this. So just, you know, take it as it comes. If you want a personal reading from me, that's another thing that I forgot to say in the beginning, but I'm still fucking prefacing for the most part. I'm channeling as well, but my little intro I forgot to mention. Anything that you need from me, or if you'd like to donate or tip in any way, if you resonate and feel called to do that, all that info is in the description, including my email if you'd like to, and my TikTok and my Instagram if you'd like to have a personal reading done through me. So just let me know if you're interested in that. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're talking about how you're feeling right now. Woo! You're also starting off different, I'll tell you that much. We're gonna talk about how you're feeling right now, what's coming for the rest of the year for y'all, like what energy-wise, and what else they have to show us here. And Page Pentacles just flew out, so again, some kind of opportunity still coming ahead. It's like they're wanting me to just shut up and pull the cards already, to be honest. Not in a mean way, but like that's like they're just flying them out. I can't stop gazing at these birds though. It's like, also some of you like with romance, I feel like this is so symbolic with some of you with romantic suitors. It's like suddenly you start like getting a lot of, you know, DMs on either dating apps or just like from people that you haven't talked to in a while, or from new people and older people you haven't talked to in a while, like a blend. And you're kind of just like, I don't know what to do with all of them, and so you're just kind of looking at them like, whoa, like who, like with that thing earlier I was hearing with who's who, you're kind of just like, I don't know who's who, like who do I, you know, who do I flock with? Who do I want to flock with? Who am I flocking with? Who really flocking with me? Who really flocking with me and who not? That might be the title. But anyway, so something within along the lines of a lot of people, a lot of opportunities, and a lot of trying to use your discernment, and it being a little overwhelming. I do see another bird that's all these other birds have now perched in a tree, and I see this other bird that's very, very high up in the sky above them. Different breed of bird for sure, because it's much bigger and it's very much higher. I feel like this is what you'll have to do in order to use that discernment, is get to that highest alignment with yourself and try to see things from the most highest perspective, and that's very much Jupiter energy. So I think, you know, that's more confirmation about this happening for a lot of you when Jupiter stations direct. I gotta look it up for the exact date, but I know it's between now and sometime in like early mid-January. So be on the lookout for that, because that is for a specific group of you. And whatever resonates collectively from that, just take it and leave what's, you know, what's not hitting, what ain't hitting, just leave it for someone else, because it's for someone else. Anyway, so la-di-da-da, I said all my intro. So yes, how you're feeling now, what's going on for you for the rest of the year of 2023, and then we're gonna look into the first 3 months of 2024. So January, February, and March of 2024. All right, and I'll tell you one thing. We'll see. It could be. You never know with me, okay? I mean, you already know because this is already posted, but I never know because the other day it was hours long of a reading I was not expecting to do. This just fell into my hand. All right, that might be your present energy. Let's get some more. Let me get a sip. Yeah, someone out here is taking some L's. Is currently taking some L's, or has taken some L's and has been really thinking about them. I think that has a lot to do with this moving on energy from those 2 first cards that came out earlier. Okay, tell me about how the Libra Collective is feeling right now. How's the Libra Collective feeling right now? What's their present energy? Angels, and I thank you so much for this. How's the Libra's energy right now? What's their present energy? Alrighty. We have Temperance again. So yeah, you guys are chilling. You guys are feeling balanced, feeling comfort and joy, harmony, peace, love, all that good stuff. All right. And so I have the moon in reverse. When I saw it, it was right side up. I did hear my guide say take it as you see it, but since it since I'm picking it up in reverse, I'm going to leave it in reverse because I feel like there's going to be more connotation to that, unless they correct me. So let's get into it a little bit more. And then I have 10 of Pentacles in reverse. And now these birds are all flying over me in particular. Hello. So with this, it's like you're chilling. You're in this, like, you know, I feel like this is like not so stoic as the image is, as this person's, the angel's face in this card is. I feel like, you know, you are very expressive with the joy that you're feeling and the peace that you're feeling, even if it's just like a nice peaceful face. It's not necessarily like a very like stoic look. You're very much, or like, it's not, you know, Temperance, they're very focused on keeping things balanced and keeping things in harmony, but I don't feel like you're really having to keep your eyes on things right now. I feel like it's just your energy, like you are just in your Libra self, like very balanced, very aligned. A lot of you are in very much great alignment, and this is why such a great blessing is coming for you. So many birds, so many. Also with these being blackbirds, protection is definitely here, so don't question your protection at this time. You're good, you're loved, you're watched over, you're fine. But do be on the lookout of, like, you know, make sure you're having your higher perspective when you're deliberating who is like true and who's not. So let me take it this way or this way. This yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, yes or no. So this way. Yes or no? Okay, this way. Sorry. Alright, so one thing about pulling cards outside is that they fall kind of funny, and it's here and it's there. So Queen of Cups in reverse as well. Alright, so your present energy. Anyway, I know I lost my thought, but they just keep pulling things out when I'm not ready. Anyway, again, another energy for you all is that things are just happening and you're just like, oh, I wasn't ready for that. Okay, another one, there's another one. So with the bird symbolism, that may be another thing collectively that's going on for you Libras, where you're just like, oh, there's another thing. Oh, there's another thing. Okay, there's more. Oh, wait, there's more. Oh, but wait, there's more. Anyway, I don't feel like, for some of you in the collective, I feel like you might have some Christmas sadness, some holiday sadness, some sad times going on right now. And so you're just trying to chill. You know, you may even be spending like holidays alone. I'm seeing some of you like pouring wine with yourself and just hanging out alone. I feel like I have to say it like that, alone. But a lot of you are just kind of like, you know what? Like, I'm at peace, I'm chilling, like I'm in my own like level, you know, because y'all are the scale, feeling very level, feeling very aligned at this time. I will say, with this moon in reverse that I'm seeing, I will say that you kind of lying to yourself a tiny bit, just a tiny bit, just a little bit, but it's because you're ready to, again, with the moving on energy that we saw in the very early beginning, you're ready to kind of just put this year to bed, because you know that you're made for more for next year. Like, that feels like words that literally are in your mind or have come out of your mouth recently or will. So it's not necessarily like you're like pretending to be at peace. It's just there's like a tiny bit of like, just a little bit of lying to yourself, because there are things that, you know, aren't going your way right now that you feel like, especially when it comes to finances, and could even be some of you have gone through certain divorces here with this Queen of Cups in reverse and Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you may have gone through a divorce. Some of you may have just like, I don't feel like there was really a job loss. It's possible, but what I'm really picking up on is that you didn't make as much financially as you wanted to, and it couldn't be. It doesn't have to just be finances. Some of you may not have hit certain like physical goals, health goals, you know, certain goals. You didn't hit them like you wanted to. You didn't set them up and knock them out of the park like you wanted to, or something that you've been building didn't solidify like you wanted it to, or something that you tried to do over and over again didn't like glow you up, like take you to that next level in career or in some sort of you know, some sort of feeling in yourself, or even like your actual health, like you wanted it to. But again, keep on the lookout, because especially if you're resonating with this and you're a creative person, because I feel like this is there's something here for a group of creative people that create different types of art, music, things like this, even just content creators in general. There is some sort of something coming for you after Jupiter goes stations direct. So the work you've been doing, I feel, is going to be paid off for a group of you. I'm hearing the number 4. however that resonates. So some of you, that might be your lucky number. If it is, then I'm talking to you, or they're channeling through me for you specifically. But something about the number 4, so it could be 4 of you. Also could be something that you've been working on forever. I'm also seeing 2-4, which is the symbol for Jupiter. It kind of looks like a 2 mixed with a 4. I have it on my finger here. So again, you gotta wait on Jupiter for something good to come through. But anyway, I feel like whatever this loss was, because we did have the 3 of Swords that popped out earlier, whatever this heartbreak or this loss was, it really wasn't an L. Like, I feel like you're like, I'm just taking L's, you know, and I just been taking L's, and it just is what it is. Like, you're staying level about it, so, you know, congratulations, and your guides are proud of you for that. But it ain't no L, baby, because it don't matter about all the little L's in the world. It's L after L after L after L until that fucking dub hits. And that dub is coming, it seems. For a lot of you, that dub is coming through. So just try to stay in alignment and keep your faith, because it don't matter if you have 100 million L's. It takes that one dub, boom, something happening. Something's happening. I'm getting chills on my legs. It is a little windy, but like, I'm getting goosebumps for you in a sentient way. So I'm also seeing, let's see, some of you just may not feel so as proud of yourself as you'd like to from this year. Like, I feel like that's you being hard on yourself, though, if I'm being honest. And so that might be those of you that are resonating with having more of like a sad kind of Christmas time or holiday time or this time of year energy right now. I feel like some of you just aren't very proud of yourselves for the work that you didn't get all done or something. Like, you did work hard, I feel like, or you did your best at the most, you know, like at the most, that's all we can do is our best. I'm not even gonna say at the least, like, our best is the best we can do, like, literally, that's why it's our best. You did your best, but I feel like you aren't proud of yourself, and so there's this wounded emotional energy here that you're keeping to yourself. That's why you're in party mode as well, because you're just kind of like, you know, I mean, you're a natural socializer and you're great at it, and you're pleasant and you're beautiful to look at, and people just love to be around you. But like, also, you know, you don't really want to put your problems out there right now because you're ready to move on from your problems. And that's why I was talking about a little bit of lying. It's not that you're lying like to hurt no one or to hurt yourself, really, or it's not even really true suppressing that I think will turn into some sort of like bad festering issue or whatever. It's just, you're kind of just like, yeah, I feel disappointed about this. I don't feel so great about this. I wish this would have happened. I wish I would have did this better. I miss this person. You know, I am going through a heartbreak, or I am going through, you know, some sort of something that feels heavy. Maybe a handful of things that feel heavy for a lot of you. And you're just like, but you know what? It's in the year. I'm a party. I'm with people I love. Or maybe, you know, those of you that are with yourself, like, I'm with people I'm with people that I love still, even if it's just yourself. You know, you're feeling yourself, you're chilling, you're dressed up, or you're not. Don't matter. Either way, you know that you're you. You know that can't change. It ain't nobody you in this world but you. You know that. Like, the confidence is there. And it gets, I feel like the confidence is even more so there, like, you know, for those of you that are kind of like out there pulling up right now with some wine, with some whatever, you know. But, you know, you're like, it's end of the year. Let's just call it. Let's call it. You know, like, call it a day. Let's call it a year. Let's just call it a year, and next time. But deep down, you are feeling, you know, a bit hung up on some of these L's that you feel like are L's, but they ain't really L's. They ain't no L's. It takes a jillion L's, and then you get that one dub, and then poof, and that dub is coming for you. I'm forgetting what the who flocking with me. I'm forgetting what I wanted the title to be. Anyway, all right, so that's your present energy. Any advice for the Libra collective in regards to their present energy right now? Any advice, angels? And I thank you so very, very much for this. I'm only using the tarot, by the way. I'm not doing any oracle cards or anything like that. I'm just trying to keep it consistent with everyone with just the tarot. Okay, so yeah. All right. 6 of Wands in reverse. These are like very just like straight up sideways. You want me this way or this way? Okay. Queen of Wands, though. So your advice: 6 of Wands in reverse, Queen of Wands. Oh, we got 2. Oh, we got more. Okay. Are these up or are these this way or this way? This way? Alright, we have the Lovers here. We have 2 of Pentacles. And we have 5 of Cups. All right, so your advice here, all right? Take your L. Just take the L. You think it's an L. From where I'm seeing it, from where God's seeing it, it ain't no dang L. All right, I mean, it is, sure, you can call it that if you want to call it something, but it's just something that's leading you to the W that you deserve, that you've been wanting, that you need, that's meant for you, that God has planned for you, and you've just been patient, been doing the work, and you go and get it when Jupiter stations direct, because that's what happens when Jupiter's been retrograde and then comes back home and not home, but comes back direct. Those of us that have been doing the work regardless, and like not complaining and not being crybabies about like what's not working out and da da da, because I don't feel like you've been that way. I feel like you've been on the positive side. You might have some Sagittarius in your chart as well. A lot of optimism from you all, I'm feeling, for the most part. But yeah, if you're calling whatever else you've taken, whether it's a breakup, divorce, some sort of like goal that wasn't reached, some sort of dream that just hasn't been completely manifested how you want it to yet, sort of thing, take that L as it is, but don't you mother freaking forget who you are, okay? Again, with having some sort of fire in your chart, you might have some fire in your big 3, or perhaps your Mars, your Mercury, or you could be a Sagittarius Jupiter even, so I don't know, I'm not sure. Anyway, advice, don't forget who you are, all right? You stay in that throne, you stay sitting there with your staff, you stay sitting there with your real ones. See this little kitty cat in the front? You got your real ones, you got your day ones, you got who you know are the real ones right now. The influx of new energies and new people perhaps that are coming in through, for you, for a lot of you in the next couple weeks, couple months. We'll get more into that. We'll see what they say in the cards about that. Just make sure, again, as a reminder for those of you that resonate with that storyline, make sure to remember who's really been with you from the jump, who's really been by your side, because some of you could get out of alignment after having such an influx of new energy and new people and new recognition and things like this, where this is not in reverse and it's this way and everyone's adoring you and like, oh my gosh, wow, and the thing goes viral, whatever it is that you do, whatever it is that attracts people to you soon. Remember who was with you from the jump. I'm hearing remember who was with you through it all, and who really has had your back, and who has really been down for you, because you don't want to get lost in the sauce, straight up. You don't want to get lost in all that, because you don't need to. It's on the bottom. Yeah, 9 of Cups. So your advice is just do what you can do right now to make yourself feel good, and try to think as positively as you can on what you did accomplish, instead of all of what you did not, because it is no longer in your control, okay? But just to follow along with the line here as things flew out. So remember who you are, remember where you came from, remember who was with you from the jump, when this big blessing comes in here soon for a lot of you. And with the Lovers card here, again, like, stay close to those people, like keep those connections strong, because you're definitely going to need them. I feel like this is very career based for a lot of you. You're definitely going to need them, this person or these people that have been, maybe it is your significant other that has been with you and has been supporting your dream and this and that, or maybe it's just, maybe it's just one or just a small group of friends. I'm hearing 2. But make sure you keep those connections strong, and remember how blessed it is to have those people. I swear, if YouTube, don't give a crap about the bodies, please, jeez. Remember how blessed you are to have these people. See how this angel's over here blessing these 2 in union here. Be blessed for the connections that you have that are pure, because you're about to get a lot of attention from a lot of people that you're going to be unsure of about, like, do they really even get you? Do they really even know you? Do they even really like you like that? Like, where did this all come from? You're gonna need these people that ground you. They could be earth sign people, but I'm getting more air sign people. You could be friends with other air signs. But for some of you there, I'm hearing like two people specifically or so. And then we have, with more two talk, 2 of Pentacles as advice. Don't feel like you gotta, don't feel like you got to choose one lifestyle over the other when it comes to career, because again, this blessing is like on the way. I feel like, you know, at all this looking that you're doing at what you were not able to do this year, or what L's you took, like these are all your L's, and these are the big fucking W's that are coming your way, right? And like, you know, the Roman numeral 5 is a V, which is just half a W. Like, you're halfway there. You're like halfway there. I feel like I've been halfway there forever. But listen, you let Jupiter go station direct, and you know, if something happens, you come back to these comments and you let me know straight up, because some of y'all going viral. Straight the freak up, or my DMs, it don't matter, whatever you want to do. But yeah, your advice, keep those true connections that you have right now that are strong, keep those strong. Those of you that were resonating with like the loss of some sort of relationship, like a romantic relationship, like it was a divorce or something like this, remember two things. Keep who you have as a support system close, and really work on those connections to help you in your grieving process. And even if you have to use those connections in order to grieve, like, hey, I'm feeling like crap about, you know, I'm missing so-and-so, or I'm sad about how everything went down, or I don't understand it, use the connections that you do still have with people that really do love you, that really have been down for you, that really do see you as this Queen of Wands energy, you know, that deserves the world, that, you know, is just so creative, just so fun, so feisty, so, you know, so great, and balanced, and intelligent, and just innovative, and all these beautiful things, gorgeous as well, you know, just really keep those connections close as you're grieving, and also it will help, not necessarily a distraction, but a healthy distraction at times when you need it, if you work on building those connections even further, because maybe you have some people in your life that you really like, but you don't feel that personally close to, like, so much. And now, since you went through some sort of breakup or some sort of loss, whatever it is, you may want to, you know, delve more into creating a deeper connection with the people that you do like. And for those of you that are not going through a romantic loss, but just have been feeling heartbroken because of, like, single life you're not feeling the single life right now, you don't really like it or whatever, again, think about the people that you have been talking to that maybe you haven't really opened up so much to, or gotten to know enough to, like, write them off. It is Mercury retrograde time, so maybe you've been just holding back because you don't really want to, like, you know, or maybe people have been, because Mercury retrograde can kind of make us feel like we miss somebody, and we have to kind of like double check ourselves. I don't know why I almost said gynecologist. Are one of y'all a gynecologist? Anyway, some of you may have already been receiving a lot of DMs from nowhere with that bird symbolism as well, if you're, you know, if that's a present energy thing for you, and so you're kind of just like not sure who to talk to and who to not talk to. Give it a little time. I say give it till like the 8th of January. You know, dabble. You can say, hey, what's up, whatever, to whoever you want to, you know, single people out there that are thinking about talking to, you know, some potential, you know, flirtatious or romantic suitors or whatever. You know, you can dabble, say whatever, you know, all the little things, but I don't think take anything too seriously till like maybe like January 8th, and then start really maybe asking some questions, getting to know these people. But in general, for the collective Libras, I do feel like you need to, your advice here for your present energy and how to get through just right now, what you're going through right now, is to really appreciate and value and know how blessed you are to have the connections that you already have. So any L's that you think that you've taken from losing people in your life, in the sense of like connections broken, like you know, not friends no more, breakup, that kind of thing. It doesn't feel like someone lost their life type of loss. It just feels like, you know, you just don't talk no more, or the love not there no more, or whatever it is. Be really grateful for those who have always been down for you, and for the people, or one person or two people that you can always go to for things, and really, you know, give them the honor. I'm hearing, it sounds a little cocky to say that way, but like, that's how I'm hearing it. It's like, give the people that you love dearly the honor of knowing you more, because they want to, and that will help them trust you more. And you want to build trust with people, I feel, but you do feel a little guarded with a lot of people. For a lot of times, some of you, this is for a partial group of the collective that is a bit of a guarded Libra collective here. People only come off as people. some of you that feel a little guarded, they're only going to give you what you give them. Kyler, you better stay, please. You better stay. People are guarded because they're going to just give you what you're going to give them. And I feel like it's not in a petty way or like in a like purposely conscious way, like, oh fine, you're not going to tell me about you, I'm not going to tell you about me. It's just that's how they're flowing with the connection. So if you want to know more about a person and you're not knowing more about a person, I'm feeling for a lot of you, you got to be the one that starts to kind of share a little bit about yourself or ask questions and share about yourself. You know, like don't just like ask questions and then not share nothing back. I don't think I think some of you that are going through building new connections with people or deeper connections with people right now, you might like be asking them things about themselves, but then you don't really share nothing about yourself, which isn't quite like you because you do like to talk. But some of you have this guardedness. It feels like a wounded masculine feeling energy here. So it may not be for all of you, but yeah, just go ahead and, you know, the advice here for that is just value these connections, and if you want to deepen them, ask questions and show more of yourself so that they can know you more and you can know them more, and that's how the connection gets even deeper and that trust that you're craving can be built, okay? With the Two of Pentacles, along with this, again, like don't feel like you have to trade one thing for another thing at this time. Like you don't really have to give anything up right now. Like you can have both. You can't have your cake and eat it too right now, Libra, straight up, if you want to, but you got to stop looking so much at these L's and letting them weigh so heavily on you. You've got to remember that there's W's on the way, because if you don't quit, the only way you completely lose is if you completely stop and quit and don't do what it is that you've been trying to do anymore. Sometimes we're divinely guided to give things up, and sometimes God just reroutes us. Like I was seeing the word detour a lot a couple days ago, actually, and that's resonating for this reading right now. Like sometimes God just throws a detour our way, and free will is at hand. There's a lot of people at hand that have their own free will, so you know, we see what's in the cards and we check in, but like things are always up in the air in the sense of like these are the guidelines, and there's advice that come along with the guidelines and the insights, and you can follow them to the best to your possible ability for the highest outcome possible. But free will is still a thing. You know, people out here just be doing things, and it ripples through the ether and affects us all, you know, butterfly effect. Ooh. Anyway, but you know what I'm saying, like it does, like people's choices that they may make out of alignment, it does change things for us, or people's choices that they make in alignment change things for us suddenly. So, and now there's a lot of birds again, but I think these are different birds. They look smaller, or they're the same, I'm not sure, but there's a lot of them and they're small, which gives me freshness and newness. So I feel like again there's a lot of newness coming in, and it's gonna come in when you stop dwelling on what these L's were this past year. But let yourself feel, okay, let yourself feel. But they definitely want me to let you know that, you know, don't feel like right now, because of the losses that you took, whether it's divorce or the not reaching the goals or however you're resonating with any of these storylines here, don't feel like, well, I gotta throw all that away. Like I feel like if you wrote a book but like, you know, you didn't finish it, or you know, and you meant to by this time because it was for a contest or blah 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 blah, like some sort of like, you know, thing, like you did some sort of thing that had maybe a deadline and then you didn't reach the deadline, and so you're like, well anyway, throw that away. Like don't feel like you had to just throw everything you worked on away for whatever reason, contest, no contest, whatever. I feel like this is the energy of like you, because things feel like an L, you know, losses that you've made or losses that you feel like you've taken over the last year or so, or even just recently. I'm hearing over the last 5-6 months or so, like the last half of the year. Like don't feel like you have to throw all your hard work away just because it didn't pan out how you planned it to pan out. Like you don't have to do that right now. You can figure that out later. Like we'll see more about the first 3 months of the new year, but you can figure that out later. Right now, don't worry about all that. Don't have your mind there. Your mind needs to grieve what these losses are, especially if these were like losses of friends or losses of like really like things that you really wanted, and like it's extremely heartbreaking that it didn't work out, or a divorce, things like that. Really grieve these losses. Go ahead. Like I feel like this is a healthy time to grieve, but as soon as you stop dwelling on them, I do feel that is when you will turn around and notice, or you know, God's gonna come in. I wouldn't be surprised if an Ace of Pentacles or an Ace of Wands or even an Ace of Cups came out in this reading here. God just like goes, here you go, here it is. You want to stop looking at them L's now? You want to stop dwelling on them L's now? But I do feel like your energy has to be in place first, so that God has room to come in and do that. And I feel like that will happen for you, especially after Jupiter stations direct. So advice: be grateful. Feel blessed for the people that you do have, the things that you do have, the life that you do have, the health that you do have, the love that you do have. Don't feel like you gotta, throw anything away and like start a whole fucking, pick or choose between, keeping on with something or completely changing, or don't even feel like, especially those that went through like a romantic breakup or dealing with heartache in that sense, like don't even feel like you have to be like, I gotta just fucking forget this person or find a new person. Like don't feel like you have to like make any like super brash changes like that right now. If you're feeling divinely guided to grieve, I don't know if you saw me spit a little bit, but I did, sorry. And that was no disrespect. If you do feel divinely guided to grieve, do that, feel that, do that whole thing. Do it in your own privacy if you'd like to, because I feel like you'll be more comfortable doing that way. But if you do end up like having like, a crybaby Christmas with someone that you love, or just like on your own or whatever, hey, do your thing. Because you're gonna all you're doing is you're making more room for fresh energy to come in with all these beautiful birds I've been seeing in the sky here. And that's that. But as soon as you're ready and you're no longer, all the grieving has been passed for this session of grief, because grief is not linear, right? Like, we go through it sometimes and then but once you get past this session of grief that you're being called to go through because of certain losses here, that is when the energy will be clean and clear for God for you to be able to welcome the blessings that God has for you. Right now, you're not even really welcoming those blessings, even whether you're conscious of it or not, because you're kind of stuffed up with things that you're upset about. And not upset like, take that as you will, but upset in the sense of like, it's just something emotionally clogged. Just a bit clogged is what I'm saying. Seem like a clogged drain. And that's okay. It'll push its way out. Gosh, I broke my nail. It's just bothering me. Okay. All right. So that's your present energy. That's your advice right now. I hope that was helpful. Anything else for them? Let me show the bottom. Okay, we have Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah. So whatever it was that you thought was like the thing, it was the one, it was the God sent whatever, and it didn't work out, whether it was a person, place, opportunity, whatever, item, whatever, it wasn't, okay? It wasn't in your alignment. You thought it was, and maybe at the time you attracted it because it resonated with the vibration you were on at that time. It did align with you at that time, but it really wasn't from you or from God and for you like that. Like, it was everything's from God, but like, it wasn't for your highest good. It was for some sort of lesson here, to get you to kind of, honestly, if I'm being straight up, because with Jupiter in retrograde, it is often to teach us to be grateful for what we have, okay? Because financial gain does slow down, and losses in finances and stuff like that do slow down, and opportunities and like lucky things and little blessings, big blessings, little blessings, big miracles, little miracles do seem to be like slower or not like attracting to a person as much, even if you're like a manifesting master. And it's really about just being grateful for what you have during the time. That I don't like to use the word test, but like if you want to just boil it down to a word, like that's kind of the test of, or the opportunity of a Jupiter retrograde, is to be really grateful for what you do have. So be grateful for what you do have, who you do have, the love you do have, the money you do have, the shelter, the food, the everything that you do have, the life that you do have, and know that what was for you once before is no longer for you, okay? And something much better is coming, all right? And then this just flew out. All right, again, it's a season of giving. We got the Six of Pentacles out here. It's a season of giving. So be open to receiving what God has for you when you are through with unclogging this emotional drain that you got kind of stuffed up. Go to those that you trust, right? Those of you that they have nice, deep connections with, that you trust. Gain a bit more of their trust by telling them a little more about yourself, and you'll be surprised with how they will help you. You might feel like, no one can help me, like this is something I just got to go through, and I don't want to bother no one with this. No, let them know. Let them know, please. Or talk to God, okay? Or if you need a spiritual counsel, you can hit me up. but also this is you being giving with what you do have. So maybe those of you have made like, you know, made the best of what you can for Christmas kind of thing, like, oh, I made like just a little gift or da 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 da. But don't feel like ashamed about, you know, what you have to give. What you have to give is more than enough, even if there's not like big dollar signs attached to it or whatever. Like what you have to give, especially for those who celebrate Christmas and gift giving like that, what you have to give is more than enough, just because you thought of that person and you tried and you either made something or found something that reminded you of them, and that's all that